Hello and welcome to the Odyssey. During this save, I'll hopefully climb from World Football's basement to the penthouse suite, travelling the world in search of trophies and glory. During the saves, leagues are only going to be available for me to manage in, depending on the reputation I have within the game. So the lower reputation I've got, the lower the status of the leagues I'll be able to look for work in. And beginning with the lowest of the low, leagues will be added and removed based on my current reputation. And as that reputation increases, obviously better leagues will be added and lesser ones will be then removed to try and keep a limit on the game processing time, because I don't want to get it massive and take way too long to actually process. The ultimate goal is to finally work my way up to a job with one of the giants of the game, or at least get a crack at one of the world's most prestigious leagues, and hopefully grab some trophies along the way. I'll be starting unemployed, so this first episode will be all about getting a job and, depending on how long that takes, hopefully taking a look at my new club and the squad and all that sort of palaver. So, without further ado, let's begin the Odyssey. Welcome to the Odyssey. This is the start of a save that hopefully will take us from the depths of world football to the very top. And my manager, Blaze Gloriei, as you can see him here, if I just click on his profile, 31-year-old Romanian manager, I have my reasons, and not using my own date of birth or name because, frankly, it's one step short of identity theft. So he will hopefully take the road from the lowest of the low leagues to the very top and ultimate glory. These are the countries I can manage in. Now, a couple of them aren't actually in the game and aren't in the files that I've managed to download. So sadly, the likes of Afghanistan, Eritrea, Guam, and there may be another. I can't remember if there's another. Maybe there isn't another, but certainly those three will not be in. But the rest of them will be, and that's one of the leagues we'll have to start in. So, just a quick look at Blaze's attributes. Started, obviously, no coaching badges, Sunday League footballer. So I put all the coaching into fitness so that I don't need a fitness coach, because at this level, they're probably only going to be around 4 rated anyway. And mentally put it all into adaptability to make it easier to work abroad. So now what we need to do is find a job. Right, I've applied at relatively random for a few jobs, about 20 or so. And the first raft of interview offers have come in, so we'll take a look at the first one. There won't be probably too much to ask me about because I haven't had anything for them to really quiz me on so far. I'm sure it'll be things like being in for a lot of jobs and not speaking the language quite a bit. But let's see what FC Sonaco have to say and let the process begin. Okay, yes. Hello, Brahma Mane. Okay, great to be. I'm fairly adept at learning languages. I'm merely considering my options. On what scale would you be looking to make changes to our existing backroom staff team? I'd be happy to work with the current existing support team. I'm happy to work with the director of football. Do you have any thoughts on the club's long-term vision? Basically, you just want to stay in the top flight. And that wonderfully vague strive to make progress on and off the pitch. Don't we all try that? Okay, well, I'm happy working at that. Okay, I would be able to avoid a relegation battle. What do you define as a relegation battle? How close do we have to be to relegation for you to think it's a battle? A proposed wage budget of $2,096 a year. Riches beyond my wildest dreams. Yes, I'd be happy to work with that. Now, we will try and see if they're willing to fund a coaching badge. Most of them probably won't be. But, okay, you really sufficiently qualified. I have literally no qualifications. What are you talking about? But, okay, I'll accept that. I have nothing further. Okay. And that's basically how pretty much the other 20 or so will go. So I will rattle through those and we'll see who gives us an offer and what they offer. Well, as you can see, I have been hired by Aston Villa of Antigua and Barbuda. So I'm not replacing Stevie G or whoever actually would have been in charge at the start of the game. Possibly Dean Smith, actually. Thinking about it. But anyway, I had several offers, but I took the job because they've got a decent wage budget. And I wanted to be able to sort of like build a squad, and they're also only asking me to avoid relegation, which was pretty much the lowest expectation that I had of the ones I had narrowed down to my shortlist. What the hell shirt is that? Oh my god. That is a kit and a half. Okay, media prediction 13th. They have won things. They have actually won the Antiguan League a couple of times. Obviously, their glory years were the mid-80s, clearly. Oh dear, slipped all the way down to the 3rd division there, by the looks of things. So as you can see, yeah, wage budget of over $300,000. I've got it in dollars at the moment. And I try and change the currency to match the country I'm in, if at all possible. I would imagine they use Caribbean dollars in Antigua and Barbuda. So I don't know if that's in the game. If it is, we'll have a look. And if it is, I'll change it. If it's not, I'll leave it as US dollars because it's probably the closest major currency. No transfer budget, obviously, but then you wouldn't expect that in a place like Antigua and Barbuda. They're not exactly splashing the cash. Okay, there's not a lot of people in the squad. So, and several of them are teenagers, although several of them are really very good. 6'4" at the age of 15. Good grief. Right, now what we want to do is go to my staff responsibilities, take charge of the training. I'll just do the individual training for the moment. That gets me my reserve squad. Okay. Now, we have probably got the players I need for the front positions. Mervyn Henry, what can you do? Pressing forward there. Advanced playmaker. 6 passing? Really? Are you sure? Yeah, I'm not entirely sure you're all that good, although you are only 15. So, and your heading is terrible for someone who's 6'4". Have people really not just been lumping the ball straight at your head? Now, Kieran Edwards, can you play there? No, because you're more of a ball-winning midfielder. Admittedly, one who can't tackle or mark, but you know. I mean, I say that actually. I'm actually more of an advanced playmaker. I mean, you're off the ball. You know, your vision's terrible, isn't it? I don't know what to do with these people. Shadow striker, maybe. Not sure. Lawson Warner. Again, don't really want you finishing. Can't really cross either. We've got a lot of square pegs in round holes here, haven't we? People who aren't really quite suited for the positions they generally seem to play. Interesting. So, I mean, Ronaldo Flowers definitely needs keeping, and Yasni Rivero can both do the job that I want them to do. I'm not sure anyone else really can. Aaron Bramble, yeah, solid enough centre-back. Gordon Isaac, yeah, you're a centre-back, son. Definitely. Okay, so we've got a couple of centre backs. Oh, you are not a sweeper keeper. You're not a very good keeper, quite frankly. Your handling and reflexes are good, but everything else is a bit poor. You leap around like a cat and got great reflexes, but yeah, not really seeing much else there. So you're more rounded. Area reach, command of area, concentration, positioning, all better than matey. Handling and reflexes not much worse. Agility, a bit worse. Distribution's going to be a problem, but okay. Right, well, there's not a great deal there, is there? Right, the under-20s, yeah, we've got lots of people with some potential, but no actual genuine talent. And right, okay, fullbacks. Okay, so we're going to need fullbacks because we haven't got any with any real quality whatsoever. Oakland Brown? No. Shakimba Griffith. So you look better to me than Oakland Brown did. Unfortunately, you're an inverted wing back because you're left-footed on the right. I don't want an inverted wing back. We might have to change you to a left back. Because as a fullback on support for this level, you're probably not a disaster. No, Derek Brown. Definitely, we are looking for fullbacks. Yeah, not very good as a centre back. Justin Murray. Again, not really very good as a centre back either. Not a good fullback either, by the looks of things. Nope. Rowan Hewlett. Nope, not really good at either of those. Now, Courtney Joseph. Could we convince you to go... I mean, you can't be the inside forward I'd want because your finishing is 1. Terrible. I mean, your physicals are decent. Unfortunately, your technicals are absolutely appalling, apart from, ironically, your technique. Yeah, well, I would have said you're more of a defensive winger, but you can't tackle either. So you can't tackle and you can't finish. So you're not actually any good at either end of the pitch. Okay, now. Another one of these players who can't pick out a pass or play it. Now, Fernando Tung, we saw that name earlier. Okay. Left-hand side. I mean, your finishing isn't great, but then I'm starting to despair that anyone actually has an attribute fitting for the position they actually play. Right. Well, for the moment, let's just... right, let's go on to here. And just to fill the squad out a bit, let's move you to the senior squad. You. And you. Okay. So we definitely still need at least 4 defenders. Probably 6, actually. We haven't really got much in the way of central midfielders, which is what I need. We haven't got a DM. Okay. Yeah, we've got a lot of squad we need to build there. And what money have we got to do it with? No transfer budget, but enormous amount of wages available. And, oh my god, people that we actually know about. Novell Jones. I'm liking the look of you. At least they reckon you'd be a superb signing. Okay, well. Now, where are we? We're on the 29th of July, and we start the season in October. So I've got plenty of time to try and get the squad together. So that's what I will now go and do. Okay, well, we're back, and it's the opening day of the season. And this is our complete list of transfers that we've managed to produce. Of the ones who went out, most of them were just youngsters who are not good enough. The only disappointing one was Justin Lewis, who twice turned down moves before he finally left 1 week before the start of the season, and he was my backup goalkeeper. So at the moment we have one goalkeeper. Now, quickly running through the signings, Novell Quasi is, well, kind of. I mean, I've got him down on my sort of squad sheet there as a centre back, but looking at him, he's more of a wing back. He's a backup left back. Now, Zaire Buffonge is another left back, and he is again a backup. So just sort of mediocre all round. Angus Bentley will be our starting right back. I mean, he's not great at some of these things, but he has got decent physicals and good work rate, so hopefully he can get up and down on the right hand side. Now, Novell Jones is going to be one of my starting centre backs. He's not great, but he's also not got any glaring weakness. There's nothing below a 7, so we'll see how he goes. Now, Ronaldo Richards is, at the moment, my second choice defensive midfielder. But, I mean, he's got good tackling and good work rate and stamina, so he might be able to put himself about a bit in there. Now, Michele Knight is my actual starting defensive midfielder. And, as you can see, he's just a bit more solid than Richards. Oh, I do apologise. Now, Kiernan Walsh will be my starting left back, even though he's down more as a centre back. But again, if we get injuries there, we can sort of flip him around. He can play both. And he's not great as a wing back, but he's better than anything else we've got. And like I say, he's got the versatility to play at centre back. Ken Matthew, we have brought in to play on the left-hand side as an inside forward. Now, he can't really finish, and he hasn't got a great deal of pace. So, but again, I mean, he's one of our better options, sadly. Jordan Thomas is our backup forward. And again, another one who's not really great at anything. Couple of slight weaknesses, but also not a disaster. Randolph Graham has been brought in to be our box-to-box midfielder, and he's reasonable. He's not too bad at it, but again, nothing spectacular either. Now, this was one that I was pleased to get. Central midfielder attack. He's not great at tackling, but I don't want him tackling. I want him going forward and bombing into the opposition box. His physicals aren't brilliant, but he's got good first touch, passing, decisions, technique, vision for this level. So hopefully we can get some good attacking performances out of him. And only just joined us, TJ Stevens, another one who can play left back, but we signed him basically as a centre back. His heading, marking and tackling are all decent. He's got great jumping reach. Not disastrous pace, good positioning for this level. Very aggressive. Rest of his mentals need a bit of work. But, yeah, so it's not a great squad, but it's not a disaster of a squad either. And if we go to the season preview, we are now 6th in that table. We were down in 12th on this list when I started, at 200 to 1. So I think it can probably safely be said that I have improved the squad. Okay, so the starting lineup is Benjamin in goal, Walsh, Jones, Bramble, Bentley across the back, Knight just in front of the back four, Tumwer and Graham in central midfield, Matthew and Flowers cutting in from the flanks, and Rivero up front. And we are playing All Saints United. And apparently we are expected to win, and this is supposedly a fairly easy game for us to have been given to start the season. Oh, okay, right. Pump Fests, we're favourites. Let's see if I have any real sway with these boys. No, not really. Only Kiernan Walsh seems to have been paying attention. Right, yeah, okay. First, it's always important to score goals. Do you hope your team can produce today? No, I hope we're absolutely awful and get pummeled. What a stupid question. How did you get this job? Right. Oh my, there are some kits, and there are some kits in this league. Okay, right. First things first, I just need to, hang on, pause. Let's get this where I want it. I prefer a vertical scrolling look. We'll go slightly faster, and we'll leave the rest as is. Oh, key highlights as well. Okay. Here we go. Oh, hello. Flowers is in straight away. Well, that would have been a good start, wouldn't it? I mean, that kit of ours is... I mean, that's two shockingly bad kits, quite frankly. Okay, Matthew picks it up and comes inside. Lays it back. Nope, that's not going anywhere. Okay, Graham back to Knight. Lobs it up. Flowers knocks it down. Rivero plays Flowers in. Cuts it back. Oh, a couple of good chances there. Couldn't quite force it home. Oh, it's a bright start. It's a free kick. Graham to take. And blazes it over. Well, it has been all Aston Villa. Oh, let's wait and see. Oh, it's in. Yasne Rivero gets the first goal of the season. One of our star men who seems to be determined to leave at the end of the season. So we do have that to cope with possibly next season, if we're assuming we're still here. That our best two players probably both don't want to stay. But 1-0 and a good solid start. We've dominated things so far. Seem to have slowed up on the production of any good chances recently, though. Taking a foot off the gas already, boys. Okay, we are dominating possession. And, well, I mean, can't argue with the fact that we probably should be ahead at half-time, but we have let them sort of come back into the game a little bit. Okay, I know you're capable of even better. Let's get on. Let's see what we can do. Oh, good. Kiernan Walsh is down injured. Right, well, Isaac, you can play left back, so you're going to have to go in. That's useful. That's probably my best defender. I wonder how long he's out for. Okay, Tom plays it up to Rivero. Back to Graham. Slips Flowers in behind. Is he going to... Oh! Cannons it off the post from a tight angle. Okay, everyone playing all right? Oh, Knight's not having the best of games, is he? Maybe Ronaldo Richards might be the one to come on. Okay, Graham to Bentley. Graham cuts back inside. Knight, Tomwa gets it out to Bentley again. Okay, back to Graham. Patient build up. Slip through. Rivero blazes over the bar. Not grabbing that second goal that the XG would say we're worth, but okay. Now, Ronaldo Richards, who seems to be a little bit on the knackered side already. Yes, I'd like to make a substitution. Thank you, game. There we go. Right, no one else is playing too badly. No one else is really that tired, so let's keep it going like that. Give the youngster his debut, presumably. I'd imagine he was here last season. He's only 16, I think. Oh, he's got booked already. Good work. Well done. Right, well, hopefully we'll see this one out. Well, it wasn't exactly a thrilling second half, was it? But 1-0, a win's a win. We'll take it. And, okay, yeah, okay, that's a good win. Hey, look at that, happy smiling faces all of a sudden now. I've told them they're good when they probably weren't all that great. Nice to get off to a winning start. No, it's always terrible to pick up 3 points on opening day. It really is. Do I have any news on Kieran Walsh's injury? Fractured ribs. That doesn't sound encouraging, does it? I say it could be anything. I know exactly what it is, but I don't know how long he'll be out for. Yeah, any team will find it difficult. Right, there we go. 4th. End the season now. What a great result. I'll be buzzing about this. You really need to get out more, Anderson. Well, there we go. A win on opening day. So maybe my squad building has been a work of absolute genius. Who knows? Right, we will push through a bit of the season and maybe come back at some point in November, depending on how things are going and who we've got games against, whether we've got any key games in November. But that's all for now, I think, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to like and subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification bell to be alerted to new content.